In the not-too-ancient land of Shinshitsu, a kung fu dude by the name of Takusuke was in his dojo making a pizza for his master, Tabahiro-sensei. He had made pizza for his master many times before, and he was very accomplished at making this delicious delicacy from a faraway land. However, this attempt at making the delicious Italian food was a failure. "How is the pizza coming along?" Master Tabahiro asked, stroking his beard. "I am sorry, master," Takusuke-san replied with a furrowed brow and a sad look upon his face. "I put forth the combined effort of the mightiest ox and the wisest dragon to craft this pizza, but when I took it out of the oven, it had become a pile of dust bunnies." "There is reason for that." Master Tabahiro smiled with confidence. "And it is not because you failed. The reason why the food became garbage is because the pizza god has been kidnapped. Without the pizza god's loving and tasty presence, no one in the entire universe will be able to successfully make a pizza." "Oh," Takusuke emitted a disappointed sigh. "But who would kidnap the pizza god? He has many worshippers who say a prayer to him before each meal." "Only his enemy would kidnap him," Master Tabahiro answered. "The owner of the burger chain known as Burger Daimyo has imprisoned the pizza god in a fortified chamber of the official Burger Daimyo dojo. The company chair was overcome with envy when he discovered that the pizza chain, Jubei's Pizza, was outselling him by its grand of a distance as the honorable sky expands from one horizon to the other. However, this is still no excuse for a truly dishonorable act." "I know what I must do." Takusuke struck a powerful kung fu pose as he took his shirt off. "I will go to the Burger Daimyo dojo and rescue the pizza god. By doing this, I will have also saved the world, because the world cannot live without pizza." "I have trained you well, young grasshopper." Tabahiro smiled with delight. "You know exactly how to respond to disaster, and that is by facing it head-on and solving the problem. But I must warn you, the Burger Daimyo dojo is not only where all of the restaurant chefs are trained, it is also where all of the defenders of the secret Burger Daimyo recipe go to practice. They will kill others to protect the magic spell that summons their sacred burger. You must fight back with the same force." Thus, Takusuke-san ran to his destination. He ran for hundreds and hundreds of thousands of miles, but he never became tired. His secret to endless vigor was his deep meditation and kung fu skills, and he also packed a large bag full of Philadelphia sushi rolls. They fueled the kung fu man by placing a blessing onto his stomach. When Takusuke-san and his blessed tummy arrived at the dojo, he ate one more Philadelphia roll and kicked the door of the Burger Daimyo school down. Waiting for him inside were many men who were wearing their visors, aprons, and khaki pants. However, all of them had coincidentally forgotten to put shirts on. I have no idea how that happened, but it allowed them to kung fu like no one has ever kung fu'd before. No one, that is, aside from our hero, Takusuke. There were at least 100 aggressive fast food employees attacking Takusuke, but he handled them with ease. He dodged their punches and threw kicks that shattered their internal workings. He picked up some of the aggressors and threw them at his other enemies, knocking piles of stuffing out of them. After the crowd had been thinned out significantly, Takusuke jumped away from the group and began to karate chop the air. Each chop was so powerful that it sent glowing, razor-sharp energy at the hero's opponents. The karate projectile attack passed through the angry burger cooks, effortlessly slicing most of them in half and littering the floor with white fluff. Although there were still a few kung fu burger dudes left after this attack, Takusuke handled them with ease. He ran forward and finished them in just a few moves, knocking one of their heads off with a powerful uppercut, and finishing another one with a heavy punch to the torso, sending the torso flying away while the appendages stayed behind and dropped cotton all over the floor. After this, another one of the enemies threw a punch at Takusuke, but the heroic kung fu dude grabbed the arm and tore it off, taking some stuffing out of the end and throwing it into another opponent's face, blinding the burger man just long enough for Takusuke to reduce him to a pile of stuffing and fabric as well. The rest of the apron-wielding burger defenders ran away after seeing the carnage caused by Takusuke. However, Takusuke's battle was not over. A new opponent dropped down from the ceiling. This enemy was dressed as a matador, complete with a red capote. "Bienvenidos," the matador called out. "My name is Tengo Bistake. I am one of the key defenders of the Burger Daimyo, and I double as the brave fighter who obtains and supplies the beef of our magical franchise." Oops! Tengo Bistake removed his shirt with one quick, fluid motion and cast it aside. "I never can keep hold of my camisa." He then flexed his pectorals for the ladies, and all other organisms who may be interested in muscular men. "Now come and face me. I must warn you though, I have killed bulls with my bare hands." Tengo held his capote out to the side as Takusuke ran straight toward the matador. Does he think I lack intelligence? Takusuke asked himself. I know not to run toward the cape. As Takusuke reached Tengo, the Kung Fu dude followed through with a hard punch. However, the matador lifted away, turning out to just be a clever painting on a sheet. The red capote then faded away to reveal the real Tengo, who threw a heavy punch through Takusuke's face, sending him flying across the room. Takusuke made an expert landing on his feet, but Tengo quickly followed by lifting his cape and unleashing a ranged attack. "A stock storm!" the bullfighter shouted as a spread of sword-shaped collections of energy were thrown at Takusuke. Our Kung Fu hero frantically ran around the room to dodge the thick volley of projectile blades and returned fire with his long-range karate chops. However, Tengo dashed to the side to avoid all of the energy blades and returned fire by lifting his capote to launch a rocket from the ether behind it. Takusuke was confused as to where the rocket came from, but he simply stood his ground and faced the explosive projectile, performing a well-timed uppercut to knock the rocket into the air. After the attack was deflected, the weapon exploded in midair, and Takusuke motioned for Tengo to come to him. The bullfighter simply laughed and unleashed another stock storm. Though the sword-shaped beams were intimidating, Takusuke ran straight through the attack, meditating deeply to endure the pain caused by some of the energy blades striking him. As soon as Takusuke neared Tengo, he focused on attacking the red capote this time. However, everything was as it appeared this time. The matador moved his cape out of the way and kicked Takusuke into the air, following with a quick rocket to blow the Kung Fu hero to shreds of fabric and clumps of cotton. Continue. 9, 8, 7. A mysterious source of power inserted a quarter into the machine known as Conscience and summoned a giant needle and thread to sew Takusuke back together. After that, Takusuke was ready to fight again, so he ran toward Tengo once again. On this attempt, Takusuke performed a feint upon reaching his enemy. This feint fooled Tengo and caused the bullfighter to lift his cape, this time being the convincing portrait of Tengo on a sheet. As soon as the matador appeared with his punch ready, Takusuke quickly elbowed him in the face, punched him in the stomach, and performed a jumping, spinning kick to knock the enemy through the wall that separated this room from the next. Tengo was knocked out, so Takusuke took advantage of the opportunity to proceed to the next room. In the subsequent area, the pizza god was locked away in a cell. Guarding the cell was a very formidable-looking chef with a glorious, tall hat crafted with the intent of inspiring one's mind to create gourmet dishes never before conceived, even by the most enlightened culinary sages. "Help me!" the pizza god called out through his mustache. "I wanted to make the pizza possible for the universe again." "After today, no one will remember what the word pizza even means," the strong chef replied in a smug manner as he grinned evilly at Takusuke. "Do you think you can defeat me, Gochiso-sama, the supreme head chef of the Burger Daimyo franchise?" "I don't know," Takusuke responded as he took a fighting pose, "but I must if I want there to be pizza again." "How do you like the floor of my personal arena?" Gochiso asked, indicating the cast iron floor of the room. "While practicing my cooking, I have trained myself to walk on the same grill that I cook on, as it burns with the heat of the culinary furnace from which the most precious burgers are forged." Takusuke took note that Gochiso was barefoot as the head chef continued, "Don't worry, I wash my feet every time I cook." Gochiso quickly removed his shirt as he said, "Now brace yourself, as it is about to get hot in here." A glimmer flashed across the chef's eyes as he locked gazes with Takusuke and called out, "Tell me, do you think you can handle the heat of the grill as we fight on top of it? My feet have been trained to withstand the extreme temperatures of cooking magic." The cast iron floor quickly began to heat up as Takusuke said, "I have walked on hot coals at least twice a day since childhood, so I am prepared for your challenge." Just as the grill was about to reach its maximum heat, Gochiso's feet started to sizzle, and he began to rapidly pick his feet up in quick succession as he jumped up and down and side to side. "Ow!" Gochiso screamed. "Oh, oh, oh, ah, oh, 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 ow, ow, ow!" Gochiso continued to jump up and down. His feet seemed to be in great pain from standing on a hot grill. Meanwhile, Takusuke was completely unfazed. Are you okay?" Takusuke calmly asked. "I do not think it is safe to walk on this grill if you are not used to it." No, the chef persisted. I always walk on the grill this way. Oh, it increases my agility. Ow, just watch." In the blink of an eye, Gochiso-sama jumped to where Takusuke was and kicked him across the face with a high-pitched battle cry. Wah! Takusuke was knocked across the room, but he landed safely and continued to observe his opponent. Gochiso was unpredictable with his attacks. He jumped around randomly, trying not to burn his feet on the grill, and he would quickly make his way to our Kung Fu hero with a series of erratic leaps and a hard kick to the face. The Kung Fu dude had a hard time blocking Gochiso-sama's attacks, and continuously took heavy hits to the head and body as the frantic head chef unleashed his shouts of "Kia!" and "Wah!" Takusuke-san also had a hard time attacking the opponent, as the chef would always jump out of the way and counter with a spinning kick to send our hero flying across the room. With one more frantic kick from Gochiso, Takusuke landed on his face. However, even that part of Takusuke's body was unaffected by the grill. Our hero simply got up as if he was still on a ground that was normal temperature. While that was going on, Gochiso tried to make his way to Takusuke. However, the head chef tripped and fell on his chest, which sizzled as it touched the grill. After that, Gochiso quickly bounced up and began to rub his chest as he screamed, "Ow, ow, ow! My masculine chest!" His pants then caught on fire, and he frantically wiggled around to try to put the fire out. He then remembered one important rule: stop, drop, and roll. And so he did. However, you must remember that this battle was taking place on a giant grill. Thus, Gochiso was only becoming more engulfed by flames. Because of this, he stood up and screamed one more time, because his pants were just one big blaze. As Gochiso was distracted by the fire, Takusuke ran toward him and knocked him down with a hard kick to the stomach. After that, the grill turned off, and the sprinkler system activated to put out the fire on Gochiso's pants. However, the chef's trousers had burned down to nothing, leaving only his briefs behind. "Ow, my stomach," Gochiso groaned.
"Now, will you free the pizza god?"
Takusuke demanded.
"I need my Italian food fix."
"That's not up to me," the head chef responded. "That's up to the owner of the business." Suddenly, a party ball dropped from the ceiling and broke open, revealing a clown with a big red nose and a rainbow-colored afro. The clown laughed as he wielded a giant, squeaky toy hammer. "Hey kids, it's me, Kazuki Kabuki, the Happy Burger Clown. Can you guess what time it is?" At that moment, spikes emerged from Kazuki's hammer as he prepared to swing it at Gochiso. "It's killing time," the clown called out as he swung the hammer to remove Gochiso's head. Gochiso's head separated from his body and littered the arena with stuffing as Kazuki Kabuki turned to Takusuke-san and spoke with a non-goofy tone. "Although I'm a clown, I take burgers very seriously," Kazuki said as he got into a fighting pose with his giant hammer. "I cannot allow you to release the pizza god and run burgers into extinction." Kazuki then took his shirt off as he continued. "Although my hammer looks like a toy, it functions perfectly as a tenderizer. And now I'm gonna use it to tenderize you." The battle then began as Kazuki swung his tenderizer at Takusuke. However, Takusuke concentrated hard and shouted, "Oratana!" At that moment, the Kung Fu dude focused his meditative energy into a katana and used it to block the hammer attacks from the evil clown. After a while of clashing weapons, Kazuki Kabuki simply jumped back and pointed his hand at Takusuke as he yelled, "Lotus Typhoon!" With those words, a blue energy flower appeared just in front of the clown's palm, and a twisting blast of water burst from his hand and knocked Takusuke against the wall. After that, the clown followed by summoning a group of balloons that chased after Takusuke until each one erupted into a fiery explosion. However, Takusuke quickly recovered from the water attack and ran fast enough to evade all of the exploding balloons and make it to his opponent. As soon as Takusuke got close to the clown, he used his Oratana again to try to land some slashes on the enemy. However, Kazuki blocked every attack once again and tried to perform a swing with his hammer. Takusuke dodged the hammer attack and countered with a hard slash across the clown, cutting the opponent in half. However, the clown turned out to be a piñata that launched candy everywhere. After the breaking of the decoy piñata, the real Kazuki Kabuki dropped down from the ceiling, ready to land an attack with his hammer, but Takusuke was ready with his Aura Blade. He simply blocked the hammer attack and returned fire with several slashes from his blade. Kazuki blocked every attack with his tenderizer, but Takusuke's Oratana was so powerful that it eventually cut straight through the giant hammer, breaking the tenderizer in half and rendering it useless. The clown was confused for a moment as Takusuke put his katana away and landed 10,000 punches on the enemy in half a second. After the 10,000th punch, Kazuki Kabuki was stunned, and stuffing began to seep through his fabric skin. With one last roundhouse, Takusuke shattered the evil clown to tiny pieces and broke the door to the pizza god's cell with one kick. "You saved me!" the pizza god celebrated. "Now you may have some pizza! The whole universe may have some pizza!" "Takusuke!" Takusuke's mom called to him. The young boy was still playing with his action figures in his room as his mom came in. "Your pizza's Oh no." She observed the mess of stuffing and broken toys in the room. "Were you playing Kung Fu Pizza Hero again?" "Yeah, Mom," Takusuke replied, taking the pizza and immediately biting it in half. "Don't worry, this is why you taught me how to sew. Now I can fix my toys like new and have another Kung Fu adventure." A handsome man in a suit stepped into frame and announced,
No matter what gender you are, sewing is a handy skill to have. A PSA from me, some random guy who happens to be standing in this room and observing all of this.
After that, an older man in a suit appeared and said,
"Hey, didn't you hear? The PSA god's been kidnapped, and now every PSA turns into some rambling martial arts story."
"What?" The handsome man took his shirt off. "It looks like I've got a job to do." The end. This story was created and voiced by Justin Ian Miller. Yes, that's right. It's me, the reader. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope it pumped you up. Hope you're going to go do some kung fu in your backyard and hopefully not hurt yourself. Don't do that. Don't punch trees. I learned that the really hard and barky way. So, anyway, I will see you guys next time for another audiobook. By the way, you should check out Pasquale the Pizza Man's blog on Tumblr. All this talk about pizzas gotten me hungry and thinking about Pasquale the Pizza Man. Drink break. Glug, glug, glug. Orange juice. Mmm.